when we were kids, but I haven't had one in a long time. I think I liked it. I think it was a little weird, but I don't know. My skin felt pretty good after that, you know.
It always, it always made me hungry, but it actually felt good on my dry skin.
Yeah.
I used to work out in the heat before I got disabled.
Oh.
Put a lot of time out in that heat. I don't want to go back out there again.
So wait, you're disabled?
Yeah, I'm a disabled veteran.
Oh.
I've been here retired, chilling, trying to stay away from the sun. It's trying to murder me.
Oh yeah, didn't you say was I talking to you a couple days ago? Didn't you say like you and sunlight don't really mix very well? You like have bad reactions to it or something?
I get migraines from all the head concussion.
Oh. Chris.
Yeah, my noodle has been rattled one too many times. I don't think there's very many screws left in there holding it together.
Hey. Like,
I just sit here and take all my meds and just call it a day.
so you served in the military?
Yeah, Army.
Army, okay. If you don't mind me asking,
So this is her.
were you in any conflicts on foreign soil? Oh, I'm trying to. I don't know how to ask questions. Sorry.
Oh, you gotta say that again.
Oh, like, were you like? Did you actually serve in any particular hunt?
Any combat?
Yeah. No.
No, but I trained us that it was combat. All kinds of explosions that
Indeed.
got started.
No.
They,
Put her in
I
custody.
guess they had a bit of a problem with friendly fire one too many times, so they're training
Is
us
this
under
really
light
necessary?
conditions.
It is His Majesty, Emperor Noel's
Explosions,
command.
real
Take
bullets.
that girl into custody.
Hey.
I had
Is
enough
she?
of the real stuff without being in
That
the real
is not
stuff.
your concern.
I got to understand what it's like to be in a real firefight. Shit blowing up, fucking live rounds flying at you.
That sounds like. I mean, I don't want to say it because it's like no doy, but it sounds like really high stretch levels. Like,
Yeah. Well, especially with your battle buddy at your hip, and you got a line of y'all following a formation with live bullets and having to do 360s and fire.
oh,
You know, do a complete spin around and fire. You know, you don't know if you're gonna shoot your buddy to the left or the right.
um,
Um,
yeah. You know, I think my aunt's uncle, I think he served, what I can't remember what's in it. Something. I don't ask it too much because last time I asked, he got kind of jittery, you know.
mm-hmm.
Uh, but my aunt told me, yeah, he was in Lebanon, something.
Ooh.
Like, I didn't know where he went, like when he served, and when I tried to ask, he didn't really answer. He kind of got a little jumpy, you know.
We don't talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I
True,
imagine you
true
wouldn't.
combat veterans will not talk about their experience
Well,
because they probably had to shoot some child or had to shoot some lady. It's really traumatizing.
no, I
I've met
meant
a few. I met a few when I was going in that were getting out because they went batshit crazy because shit that happened out in the Middle East that they had to deal with.
I don't I don't think man I don't think any person is really no person is cut out for that. Like, you do what you sign. Well, you do what you have to do in the moment, but it not. There have to be something wrong with you if you came out completely unscathed. You know.
Yeah, if you're not broken even a little bit, you enjoyed it way too much and you belong somewhere else, not in the civilization.
Exactly. I mean,
But if you're broken, you have a small PTSD, major PTSD, you know, then you did good. You know you did your job well. I
yeah.
met people who went in there, could not hack it at boot camp, got out, under dishonorable. I met people who made it to permanent party, could not hack it and got out dishonorable.
Hmm.
I refused to get out dishonorable until the one day I got in that rollover and changed my life forever.
I hear,
I will.
I heard that things are tough, like returning home, I heard, well, I mean, I've been told that like in this, like in U.S., a lot of times veterans don't really have a hard time getting the help they need. You know?
Yes. Our healthcare sucks ass worse than public healthcare.
Uh,
We're overcrowded, overpopulated in the hospitals and clinics, and not a lot of people want to admit they're broken. And you got to admit you're broken, or they won't help you.
it's hard to admit because they were basically trained to kind of basically
Yes,
push it, push it.
They're trained to push through it.
Yeah. So
I went.
I guess it's like
I,
associating with it's because I guess it's sometimes it's viewed as like kind of weakness to admit you're broken. Right?
I went through the same process. Back in my 20s. By the time I was 25, I was so mentally ill that I attempted suicide.
Oh.
And I tried that help for 2 years before that happened, and I couldn't make up my mind. I didn't know what to think, and they weren't helping me. Again, the system is flawed.
Oh.
So
Oh wait, hold on. Listen, when I said I was streaming playing this, I meant like everything we talk about can be heard because I don't know how to separate my audio.
no, you're fine. It's
Alright.
good that they hear about this. Maybe do something about the veterans.
No, I mean, it's like it's no, I know. It's just that I know it's probably it's a real personal thing, and I didn't want to put anything out there that you wouldn't feel comfortable being
Oh
heard.
no, I'm an advocate for it.
Oh, okay, all right then.
I advocate for it now. Like I would love for a veteran to come to me or somebody come to me with mental problem and want to talk about it. Like I don't want anybody to know that they're not alone. You're never alone. There's always someone out there. But if you want to, we can change the subject. So what do you do? What do you do? What you do for fourth?
What do I do?
What you do for the fourth?
Oh, I wasn't. I didn't say I was in the forest. I was asking you about.
No, Fourth July.
Oh, oh, okay,
Not
sorry.
English.
Oh,
English.
oh, I was after work. I came home. My mom drove me home. I try to take a cab when I can, but I try to get a ride as much as possible because cabs are expensive all throughout the week. It takes up more than half your paycheck basically. But she drove me home, and we came home, and I'd gone shopping the day before for groceries, and we made some hamburgers, hot dogs, some chicken. Had some family and friends over. Most of my family. Actually, my entire family. Like Nick, I forget. Nick's my brother-in-law, so he's family now. Yeah, him and my sister, his wife, brought their baby. Like she's cute. She's so adorable. And I just kind of we had some dinner, watched some TV. After a few hours, they left. I go to bed around 8, so they hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, we basically did that. They played some Netflix. They watched a little bit of what's that movie called? Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan. What is it called again?
Rush Hour.
Rush Hour 2. There it was. That's the one. Yeah.
They're watching one out with a 3 or 4.
There's supposed to be a fourth in the.
Yeah. That's gonna be funny.
I would hope so. 3 was funny, but I saw 3 so many times that I got bored of it.
I can imagine. I don't watch TV no more. Too stressful.
Just,
I get into a TV show and I can't do the cliffhangers or the abrupt end of the episode. You gotta wait a whole week for a new episode.
Oh, so it kind of it yanks at your anxiety then.
Yeah.
There are certain shows that I can't. I can't watch. I can't stand being in the same room when someone's watching Law and Order Special Victims Unit. Like especially after I came down with the schizophrenia. When I got schizophrenia, it's just my emotional level can't handle the conflicting emotions I have when I watch that, right?
Oh, I can understand that.
I mean, I used to watch the original, but I guess something about Special Victims in particular, it just makes me feel like crap. I mean, you know what's going on. There's a lot of anger expressed in the show, but I don't deal well with the emotion of anger. I absorb it like a sponge, and then it just festers, right?
Oh yeah, I understand. From one schizophrenic to another. But I don't get angry often enough. I get very depressive.
No, well, that's what it is. Like, it's anger, but it then turns into depression in me, right?
Yeah, I used to watch SVU. You talking about that Special Victims Unit, right?
Yeah, that's the one oh god. Like all the shit that they do this weird thing of trying to make you feel bad for the perp too. And I kind of like hate everyone in the show, you know?
Yeah, I used to watch that pretty well, and then it just started feeling like a repeating history of I've already watched something like this before, so I quit watching it. But like
Yeah.
it was not new and fresh, or like reused ideas.
Yeah.
But see, that's the problem, though. I have memory problems. I have onset dementia. So,
My memory kind of sometimes I'm thinking about something. A lot of times I'm thinking about something, and I'm on a point thinking about it, and all of a sudden I forget everything I just thought. You know?
oh, I know that feeling. Like I'll be here on the chat, and I'll be.
Yeah, especially if it's something that's particularly nerve-wracking. If I get distracted for a moment, I forget what the heck, what kind of point I was trying to figure out in my head. And like, oh shit, you know. I deal with a lot of distracting things. Like schizophrenia. I have a voice. I have hear voices. I don't see the visual hallucinations as much anymore, but the voices I'm trying to ignore. The more I ignore them, the less they talk, and I just don't acknowledge them then. But
I found a way to make them work for me.
isn't it kind of crazy how sometimes, like, this happened one time. One time I was feeling a difficult emotion, and one of the voices put out something that was spot on, right? And I was like, oh my god, you know?
You could train them.
Yeah, well, I think I'm working on training them to shut their yammering mouths because they piss me off, right?
Oh,
I
they
don't
don't ever shut up. They don't shut up.
like if I'm playing games or something, they don't talk much, really, you know?
Because you're focused. You're not. Your mind is somewhere else. But when you're sitting there idle-minded,
Yeah.
the voices come out loud and proud.
That is the worst. Those are the worst moments. Like, I'm on a medication to help treat this, like Vraylar and shit, which is like a anti-bipolar medicine, but it's also used for treating schizophrenia. And over time, I've improved. My doctor says it's night and day difference between me and then, because before I was on it, he couldn't really even get an answer out of me about anything, you know.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to manage it. And the less I acknowledge the voices as, keep in mind when I was delusional, I thought there were people talking to me, and the less I acknowledge them as people, even when some of them were nice and I had emotional attachment to them, the less they talk. And it kind of works with the medicine to kind of get me kind of not hearing them at all after a while, right?
I'm on Risperidol every 2 weeks.
I take Risperidone. Is that the same thing? No, it's something else.
Risperidol is my antipsychotic.
Yeah, I have to take it more in the morning and night. Risperidone.
Oh, they give you a pill. They won't trust you a pill because of what I did.
Oh.
I have a bad habit of not taking my medicine, so now I got a dedicated nurse
Oh, right.
that will come out here and check on me.
Yeah.
Because I don't notice the difference with the medicine. All my friends notice it when I'm off my meds. It's night and day. I don't notice it because, I guess, it's like you say, you live with it. You hear them every day, all day long, and they tend to not leave you alone. But I've learned to make it work for me. Have you ever tried to use all of them to make one brain power? Imagine how many ideas you can get off of 6 voices.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they do the kind of things where they say nonsensical stuff that sounds sensical at first. It's like it's teasing me to think one thing, and then at the end it sounds like something stupid that insults my intelligence, and then I just go, like I want to stop listening to it because it's like imagine someone come up to you and just, hey, oh yeah, and then next, then all of a sudden, blah 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 blah, like that, you know, like it's like. it's like they're like it baits you into thinking one thing, and then you think something that's not what they say, and then they get all pissed. And this is
I keep mine in check. They win a lot, especially if I get tired. The more tired I am, the less control I have of them. Now I don't have visual hallucinations. I do have this shadow that I always see. I don't know where it comes from because it's always at the corner of my eye.
yeah, it might be. It might just there's okay. So some what I've noticed is certain voices kind of stick around longer, and while the others are gone. And
I have
use
6 majors,
oh wow,
and I have like 20 something minors.
oh wow, uh, I don't I can't keep track of it all really, but
It was
I
part of
also
my
yeah
it's part of my release program to learn how to manage it on my own
hmm.
if I
I
want to live a life.
I've just had to learn. I've took my kids just basically had to find out what worked. I wasn't thinking. I was pretty when I first came down with it, I was whacked out of my mind. Like originally I stopped taking medication, which wasn't for schizophrenia, it was for dealing with depression. But I stopped because my body was always in so much pain when I took it. After a while, it's like I had an allergic reaction to one medication. I think rotten. I think it was allergic reaction because that's when the symptoms hit, right? And I would like became delusional. I felt like like sensitive to light. Like my head felt like needles, and my feet felt like I was having Charlie horses. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, and then after a while, it would happen every time within minutes, seconds of taking the pill. It was weird, like right. Um,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
allergic reaction.
allergic reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, and doctor kept insisting I take it, and then after a while, I stabilized a little, and I came out, and I wouldn't take the medicine because I didn't trust it anymore. Well, I was good for a while, for a few months. I was thinking clearly. People noticed the difference. I didn't slur my speech. But then all of a sudden, it came crashing down, and it came to schizophrenia. I sometimes I wonder if the medication, the Neurontin or gabapentin, might have destabilized me, caused it in the first place. Where like I might have had was you so calm before the storm before it hit again, but it might have caused the damage reversible. 2 days started getting kind of crazy. That's when I went to the hospital, came out, I was better, but then it went off. Started wean myself off of regular stuff. I wasn't on anymore, but then all of a sudden it just came in, started hearing stuff. Dude, I thought I was hearing and seeing demons. Dude. I was like,
Oh, that demon. They have that kind of tone of voice.
more like I would see shadows here and there, or like at one point, like I was seeing like a ghostly noose around my neck.
Oh,
Like, dude, I was seeing like hit like black fists like darkness punch me or something like that. Like, or like I would go in the back room. I had an insecurity issue with medication at this point, and when I go in the back, every time I go back in the back room of the house, like I see like a blue pill drop from the ceiling and hit my head and go snap. Like it like, and I came into delusional state. Like got rid of all my electronics, thinking, oh, maybe God wants me to do that. You know, but what I was experiencing was playing off a lot of things, and then hurting me in areas where I felt insecure. Right, like when I got rid of all my stuff, I thought I reasoned my delusion might have to do that. It it manifested by like toying with my mind with things and memories of things I liked. Right, because I had nothing to fall back on. I mean.
yeah.
Yeah, but dude, I was I went to another hospital for a month. I came out. I felt like deader inside when I got out. I was a psychiatric center. Like I kept telling myself innerly, I died in that place. I felt, you know.
Vacation. The
Yeah.
place of boredom.
Well,
Oh, I ain't going back there again.
yeah, dude. I went in several hospitals several times. Finally, I agreed to take medicine again. This time it was better, but I was so thinking the medicine was evil. I was working on my dude. I was crying and at home after the second hospital. I was crying for months on end nonstop. I go like a few seconds of crying, then back to crying, go to sleep, wake up, start crying again. Oh my! I don't know what the fuck. I was depressed as all shit. I've never felt that bad in my life.
I have random moments of emotions, and one of them is to cry. And I will sit there and cry and laugh at the same time. Because I have no idea why I'm crying, and it's annoying the shit out of me.
I mean, I was kind of depressed. There was this girl I was thinking about that kind of like that. We didn't date or anything. I just would talk to her sometimes when she worked at this local establishment. Sometimes when I was out there, I'd talk to her, and I like talking to her. But it's weird. It's like my mind fixated on her, and then when I stopped working there and I'd seen her more, I think it just made me feel worse. Why?
Oh, that attachment was severed.
What?
The attachment was severed. It sounds like you felt lost.
Attachment, yeah.
The attachment.
We didn't talk much, but she is weird. Every time I talked to her, it really soothed me, right? Like if she talked to me, just a basic conversation, it's like it calmed me down for some reason. No one's ever affected me that way, and I guess I missed that, you know?
Yeah, it's possible. I have the only childhood friend I have left. She is very strong, independent, and she'll tell you off the heartbeat. But yet, I still laugh at it, and I still encourage that kind of manners to me. You know, because I feel comfortable with her yelling at me, and
Yeah.
I understand how that goes. I miss her a lot during the season of school and whatnot. 'Cause she lives in California now. She comes in now and then. But I understand, you know, you get attached. You have this one special person that always fix
I
your
mean,
baby.
we weren't. I wouldn't say we were friends, but like she just worked there, and sometimes I'd drop in. Honestly, I probably dropped in a few more times, and I stopped going for a while because I figured maybe my presence might have been a little bit uncomfortable. Like I'd always be there drinking tea, but I just wanted a chance to talk to her because it just kind of made me feel nice, you know. Like that's really what it was. Like, but
That's
I felt.
why I'm an advocate for this, because there's not a lot of safe places.
Yeah, it was a establishment, like they sold tea there and stuff, but it was I actually really liked. I went for the tea too. The tea was good, especially the peppermint stuff. Like actually the peppermint tea, the herbal peppermint, like it had a way of kind of making my mood go from like sad to just like being chipper, right? And like peppermint tea, I guess herbal peppermint has a tendency to do that to you, right? Or at least,
I love peppermint tea.
what?
I love peppermint tea.
Yeah, but after a while, when she left, though, she came back later, and at that point, I was over it, so I didn't really feel the attachment. But I didn't really talk to her after that, you know. But I guess she works her seasonal or something. I don't know. I haven't seen her in a while though. But the peppermint tea though, I would say, oh shit, I just forgot what I was gonna say.
It happens. It happens. Just stop for a second before you just stop and breathe. As I always tell myself, stop and breathe. If it was, it's gonna come back or it's not gonna come back.
Okay, the peppermint tea had honey mixed in there too, so it really it would relax me, make me feel a lot better. But after once he left for a while, and that's around the time my schizophrenia really started getting bad. Just I couldn't drink tea there without crying. Right? Even if I got tea and left, it's like just looking at it made me, right? Like I've never felt that kind of, like when I had schizophrenia, like it stirred up my emotions in ways it never did before, to where like sometimes the most basic action I used to do prior to feeling this bad just made me feel worse. And like even walking down the street in a neighborhood or living in a house for a while made me feel bad, right? Just the memory associated made me want to cry even more, you know, because I missed how I used to be, and then I fell off everything, technology. I stayed in the house all the time. My family was there, but I could tell they're fed up with dealing with me because I was crying so much, and they just wanted me to take my medication, you know?
My parents still don't believe. They only believe one of us is crazy. They don't believe me. Well, that's because I'm heavily medicated, and I have the better version of it. I don't really see things. He sees things. He hears things. I hear things.
I have all three types of hallucinations. Kind you see, well, it's under control mostly because of the medication, but mine were the kind you see, feel, and hear. You know?
I don't have a feel unless I'm laying down in bed. And I tell you what, it'll wake you from a dead sleep to feel that mattress
Breathing?
pressed.
Like it's breathing, the mattress?
Like somebody's crawling in bed with you.
I feel my mattress moving up and down sometimes.
No, I feel like something crawled on the bed with me. Usually it's a spirit dog. There's a dog in there somewhere, or a cat. some kind of animal that'll call in bed with me. There is a particular female who attached herself to me. That's one of my main voices. She's the one that handles all the dirty mess. Like, you know, she's the one that stands up for me.
Yeah.
Then there is happiness, sadness, anger don't come out much.
I don't mean before I got into Vraylar, like I'd be if I'd be in my room just staring at my ceiling when I'm doing this schizophrenia, the voices. Sometimes I scream like ah, like I got mad, like it kicked me off, right? Right.
Oh man, I know about screaming voices.
Yeah.
I hear them all the time. They're always loud. That's
Yeah.
why I can't go into loud public places because I'm so used to that being loud. If I can't hear them, I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I found comfort and solitude with them. Like, we made peace. We been to each other, and we agree if you're gonna be part of my life, we're gonna work where everybody gets heard and everybody gets seen.
Yeah.
And it's been real peaceful. I get my bed every 2 weeks. I have my high dosage of anxiety meds. Now, if I could just figure out a med that will let me go to sleep, we would be straight. But I can't sleep. I can go 3 days without sleep, with 4 hours of sleep in 3 days, and then finally crash for 2 days. Back at it for 3 more days.
Yeah.
I tried all kinds of sleeping meds. They don't work. Either they make me groggy in the morning, or they don't keep me asleep.
I have I've been having trouble sleeping now. Like part of it is I need a BiPAP, so I have sleep apnea pretty heavy. So, but I gotta get a new mask because the mask is broken, and I think the company that was used to send it, I owed them $40 extra, but I was gonna pay to them, but I ran into some financial trouble for a while, so I wasn't able to pay it off. So they probably closed my case with it, give new equipment. And when I tried to call my BiPAP coach, like apparently they're no longer associated with that phone number in buildings, so I don't know how to get in touch with anyone to kind of pay off the bill or get more parts. So, but a good thing is all I need is a mask, and I can find on Amazon the mouthpiece for like $15. So that's the only place I could probably get it. But the rest of the mask equipment would cost like $99 to $100 or more. You know? But anyways, the medicines I take medicines to deal with this stuff. I take on every night, benchtrophin every morning night. Benchtrophin is supposed to help with achiness, side effect to the patient.
There's an achiness side effect?
Well, I think risperidone can. One of the medications for treating schizophrenia, I'm not sure if it's the risperidone or the Vraylar, but it can sometimes cause some achiness side effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like muscles achiness. I take benchtrophin. I also take lorazepam for anxiety, but that doesn't have to be all the time, and I have to go to my doctor again to get another one. That helps with anxiety. Sometimes you don't take as needed. There's a Vraylar. What else I take? I now take another kind of medication that's supposed to help me with depression and improve sleep, which it does. The one I had before that was making me really have headaches in the morning, so I quickly switched off for that for a different one.
Do you have the frequent onset out of nowhere for no damn reason panic attacks?
No. Not so much.
Problem.
Oh.
I have that problem. I'll be sitting here laughing and enjoying. Next, you know, I'm starting to hyperventilate, starting to come.
Well, once in a while, once in a very blue moon, I'll have like one panic attack, or like anxiety attack, right? Or I get like really anxious, I'm like, right? But that is very, very rare, and that happened even before. That would happen to me once in a while before the schizophrenia, like years before that. So,
yeah. I like to meet a lot of schizophrenics because it teaches me a lot, and even the sad ones, you know, the ones that weren't fractured like that, the depressed ones.
I sometimes tell. Sorry, oh, you keep going.
No, you go.
I sometimes make jokes about my schizophrenia. No one really laughs, but like I make it to kind of just cope with it, right? Like
They're good.
Like I was talking to Digital, right, Brim, at one time, and I'm like, he's texting me, so how's it going? Your head fucking up right now? I'm like, oh yeah, totally. I'm like, oh yeah, totally. It's great. Just me and Abraham Lincoln, leader of the New World Order, or something like shit like that. I was just kind of fucking around on the text message route. I kind of joke. I joke it off and make maybe gags about myself, it kind of helps me cope with it. I think I do that sometimes, also when I'm dealing with other stuff, like just to kind of make myself feel better. But really, I'm insecure about it, you know. Like, yeah, like I make jokes about like me being, I have Asperger's, right? But I kind of make jokes sometimes about being on the spectrum.
No, the more you joke about it, the less detrimental it is on your mental and your physical health.
Well, yeah. Hi everyone, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button and that bell icon for future video uploads. Also, feel free to like and leave a comment. I would love to hear your feedback. Thank you and good night. Peace, yo!